to this beat.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. You are now. If you are new to Captain Will, if you stumbled upon my channel, you are now rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. First off, it's wine o'clock. It's wine o'clock. It is Wednesday. It's October 11th. It is wine o'clock Wednesday. I am drinking my Pinot Grigio. I think I'm saying it right. Pinot Grigio. It's 11 days until the Gamecocks take the court against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Almost time for some basketball, y'all. I know that's an exhibition game, but it's basketball. 1 o'clock, Colonial Life Arena. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be what we've been waiting on since we lost to Iowa. I need everybody to be there. I need 18,000 strong. It's an exhibition game. It's free. There's no reason for it not to be sold out. I need everybody to be there. It's going to be fly. It's going to be on point. It's going to be all the cool buzzwords that we say. And the proceeds are going to breast cancer awareness. Okay? Breast cancer awareness. It's a shout out to the life of Nikki McCrae, who passed away from cancer. Bring your money. Bring your pocketbook. Bring your debit card. Bring your American Express. Bring up whatever you can to donate to breast cancer. So, with it being wine o'clock, y'all, it is also recruiting day. It is also your weekly recruiting update from your boy, Captain Will. Tastes so good. Tastes so good. So, we're going to start off a little different today. We're going to start off in the 2025 class. We're going to start off the 2025 class, and we are talking about Jazzy Davidson. Jazzy Davidson, 6'1" wing extraordinaire. Jazzy Davidson. Let's take a look at her. Close and personal. I saw her in Atlanta. I saw her with the 24 best females basketball players in the 24, 25, and 26 class. I saw her. She is 6'1". She is 6'1". She has long arms. She is very efficient. She is very smooth. She is what we would want as a Gamecock. She's a rising senior. Excuse me. She's a rising junior, y'all. She is a rising junior. She's only getting better. Right now, she's a second-ranked player in the 2025 class, behind Adhel Tac. We might see that go back and forth throughout the season. We might see it change up and down for the next 2 years. But what I see in Jazzy Davidson is a wing with length, who can defend, who can pass the ball, who can dribble, who can hit the mid-range, who can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Who would be an exceptional player for South Carolina. That's what I see in Jazzy Davidson, who lets the game come to her, who control the game, who is a baller. Who's a baller? That's what we need from Jazzy Davidson. That's what we need to be on this Gamecock in the Garden in Black. Now, the 2025 class is going to be noise. And I say that like this, noise. Headlined by Adhel Tac. then Jazzy Davidson. We're gonna in third, Sienna Betts. I haven't seen Aaliyah Chavez in person yet. I've seen Jazzy and I've seen Sienna Betts in person. I know what they bring to the table, and I hope to see Aaliyah Chavez soon. But I say this right here: if we're able to get Jazzy in the 2025 class as a wing, and possibly be the centerpiece for the 2025 class, oh boy. That's all I can say. Oh boy. Oh boy. We know the 2025 class, we're going to get a top level point guard. That always happens. Always will happen as long as Don Staley is here. Always going to happen. That is what it is. But the 2025 class, having Jazzy, having the potential of an Aaliyah, what if we were able to get the 1 and 2? What if we were able to get 1 and 2 in the 2025? I know it's a long time. We'll be talking about this next year. This time next year, we'll be chopping it up, talking about Jazzy, talking about Aaliyah, talking about Sienna, talking about multiple players in the 2025 class. But I can dream, and I'm talking about it right now. I want Jazzy in a garnet and black uniform. I want her in a uniform that is garnet and black, making buckets in Colonial Life Arena. But before we dream too far, let's do an update of 2024 class. And we're going to do an update of 2024 class. Let's start with Joyce Edwards. Now, with Joyce Edwards, last word I got, she's going to be making a visit to South Carolina in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, she's going to be making a visit to South Carolina. Would that be the last visit for Joyce Edwards? I'm not sure. I hope so. I hope that's the last visit, and we get the last visit for Joyce Edwards. But I have not read, I have not heard, nobody has not tweeted, nobody has not texted me telling me something different about Joyce Edwards not being a Gamecock. I think it would be a blindside extraordinaire if Joyce Edwards is not a South Carolina Gamecock when it comes to signing day. I think she's making these visits because it's the right thing to do. I think she's a kid. I think she's having fun. I think she's having fun being wined and dined and getting the red carpet rolled out for her. I think it's fun. I think all that is great. I think that is great, girl. Enjoy your time. Enjoy all the official visits. Enjoy it. Your family, everything. Enjoy. But when it's all said and done, I believe Joyce Edwards will be a Gamecock, and we will have a number 2 recruit in the 2024 recruiting class. And then we will have Joyce Edwards have Maddie McDaniel. Number 2nd ranked, the 12th ranked recruits in the 2024 class. I don't see anything different. Somebody let me know. Somebody DM me and tell me something different. I just don't see her leaving South Carolina. She's had an offer since 8th grade. She's 30 minutes away from Columbia. Don Staley has been recruiting her off on for the last 5 years. I don't see it changing. So I see Joyce Edwards being a Gamecock. Second one we're going to talk about is Kennedy Smith. Kennedy Smith, who I love, if you've been knowing Captain Will, you know Kennedy Smith is one of Captain Will's favorite players. She's a wing. Wings win rings. We need a Kennedy Smith on this basketball team. Yes, she's the 6th ranked player in the country. Yes, she's from California. Yes, South Carolina had a difficult time of getting players from the West Coast over on this side of the map. But it's just something about Kennedy Smith that I believe is what the doctor ordered for this basketball team. I think Kennedy Smith is ready made. I think her DNA bleeds South Carolina. First off, she's a two-way player. And I don't like the term of a two-way player because everybody should be a two-way player. But with this new era of basketball, they say such and such is a two-way player. Two-way player basically means a person plays defense. That's what it means. I grew up in the era where everybody played defense. Now, you got to say a player plays defense. You say they 2 ways. Okay, so we're going to say she's a two-way player. All right? So, two-way player. She's awesome offensively, and she's awesome defensively. She takes pride in the defense. She's 6'1". She's long arms. She plays defense. But we've heard that before. Sounds like a model of a Bree Bill, right? It's pretty much the same size. Bree Bill, one of the best defenders in SEC history for 4 years at the University of South Carolina. But the What sets Kennedy Smith different than Bree Bill is she is awesome offensively as well. Now, Bree was a standout offensively when she played in high school in Ohio. But Kennedy is a different player. She's a different breed. In the Nike EYBL, which is the most sought after, toughest competition during the summer for high school basketball ladies, Kennedy Smith averaged 18 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. 18. Let me scratch that. Let me change that back. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Shooting 44% from 3-point line. Let them marinate in your brain. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 44% in the Nike EYBL. The most talented ladies going head up all summer long, okay? And she was dominant. Now, we can talk about high school stats, but every top player in the country is going to have awesome high school stats. We can talk about her averaging 25 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. We can talk about all that stuff. We can talk about all that. But what stuck out for your boy is the EYBL and her playing against elite competition and dominating. Dominating. She's one of the best defenders in the 2024 class. South Carolina Gamecocks will be, and forevermore, as long as Don Staley is here, the best defensive team in women's college basketball. So it just seems to me that the best two-way player in this country should be on the best defensive team, who also scored the second most points in the country. South Carolina women's basketball team is the definition of a two-way team. Two-way team. When you're second in the league in points scored, and you're also a generational defensive team, that makes you a two-way team. So Kennedy Smith, her 6'1" length and defensive prowess and ability to score the basketball and shoot 44% from the 3-point line, should be a easy plug and play for the South Carolina Gamecocks for the 2024 class. That 2024 class is going to be so important. It's going to be so important. It's going to be so important because you talk about Bree Hall will be a senior. Tahina Pow will be gone. 2 wings, right? 2 wings. Tessa Johnson will be a sophomore. We're going to need a player, the capability of a Kennedy Smith, to step in and get minutes. I also have no doubt that we're going to visit the transfer portal after the season to get a wing, a veteran wing. But with that being said, we need a Kennedy Smith on this basketball team. We need a dominant wing. So whatever NIL, whatever we need to get Kennedy Smith from the West Coast to the East Coast, whatever we got to get her over to the South Kakalaki, whatever we need to do to go to Columbia, get the rushes and some Bojangles and whatever it is, we need to do that. She is a must get, and the combination of a Maddie McDaniel and a Joyce Edwards and a Kennedy Smith in this 2024 class, lock it up. We'll be a number 1 ranked recruiting class. I'm just saying. And we have to have a great recruiting class because Texas is doing work. Texas know they are coming over to the SEC next year. So Texas is loading up for bear. They know they're going to have to put in work because they're playing in the SEC next year. They're going to be playing in a league that has McDonald's All-Americans everywhere. So getting Jordan Lee and Justice Carlton in the 2024 recruiting class is great for Texas. But we have to match up as well. We have to match up, and I have no doubt. I have no doubt in my military mind that we're going to match up and get some dominant players in this 2024 class. I already started with Maddie, and I believe we're going to be Joyce, and then they're going to move on and get Kennedy. But Kennedy is a must. We're not talking about that enough. I wanted Jordan Lee. I wanted her. Hell, I wanted Jordan Lee and Kennedy Smith, but we need some Kennedy Smith. I'm just saying. The next one we're going to talk about is Adhel Tac. Adhel Tac has already came over for the visit. She's ranked 33rd in the country, 6'5", 6'6". Probably one of the, I'm not going to say a project player because she's 33rd in the country. She missed part of her junior year for undisclosed injury, closed out the season, but she still averaged about 18 points, 9 rebounds. I think that she has the most growth as a high school player, and I look forward to seeing what she does her senior year. But she's a baller, and she's already came in for a visit. I think if South Carolina wants Adhel Tac, I think Adhel Tac will be a Gamecock. And obviously they want her because she came for an official visit. She was on the field when USC was playing. So I think, how can I say? Joyce Edwards is the crown jewel, would be the crown jewel for this 2024 class. Should be the crown jewel. 6'2", 6'3", hometown girl, number 1, number 2 ranked player in the country. Just an amazing player from Camden. Much like the hometown girl last year, Malaysia Fulwiler. Okay, so Joyce Edwards is going to be the crown jewel for this 2024 class. I'm already claiming it, so I'm gonna say it. Now, Maddie McDaniel is that quintessential point guard that Dawn Staley can mold in the image of herself, and who can also grow into the tutelage of Raven next year, Malaysia next year, because we're gonna be that like I said before, Tina Pow will be gone, so Malaysia Fulwiler will be going into her sophomore year. Raven Johnson will be going into her redshirt junior year. And then with her being in her redshirt junior year in the 2024-2025 season, she can go to the WNBA draft. She can go to the WNBA draft because she'll be 4 years removed from playing high school basketball. So she will graduate and she could potentially go into the WNBA draft. If Raven balls out this year, which I know she is going to do, she's going to go into next year, going to ball out again, and I think she's going to move on. That's going to be the last of Raven Johnson. Okay? So we needed a player like Maddie McDaniel, because I'm thinking like 2 years out. You got to kind of, like in recruiting, you got to think 2 years out. So 2 years out, you talking about Raven gone, Malaysia will be a upperclassman. You know what I'm saying? So we have to have Maddie McDaniel is so important for this recruiting class to either to start, come off the bench, have Malaysia playing off guard. It's just so many different. It's just the importance of a Maddie McDaniel isn't spoken about enough. It's not spoken about enough. Maybe because she recruited when she committed early during the summer. I was there, as you know. Maybe she recruited early in the summer, but she's ranked 12th in this recruiting class, second-ranked point guard. Okay, so with Joyce Edwards being the crown jewel, with Maddie McDaniel being the quintessential point guard for every recruiting class, and then the possibility of a Kennedy Smith, the best wing in the country in this 2024 class, who happens to be the best two-way player in the country, coming to the South Carolina Gamecocks, would be, and Kennedy would be it's called a switchblade. Yeah, I think it's called switchblade. That tool that can do so many things on the court. That if those three players are here, in the 2024 class, number 1 recruiting class, and will set the bar for the next 4 years for this South Carolina basketball team. That is how high I think of Joyce, Kennedy, and Maddie. Now, if Adhel Tac was to join the Gamecocks, I mean, that's just icing on the cake, fam. It's just icing on the cake. That is just like, okay, what else can we do? If we able to get a 4-way recruiting class of Adhel Tac, Joyce Edwards, Maddie McDaniel, Kennedy Smith, come on. Just give us our championship. Just give us 2 out of the next 4 championships. That's all I'm saying. That's how I feel about those 4 players. Just give our championship, go in and put it in the rafter, and let's rock. The last person I'm going to talk about is Sarah Strong. And I say I'm the last person I'm going to talk about is Sarah Strong because I don't think Sarah Strong will be a Gamecock, but I'm still going to talk about her. I'm still going to talk about her in the back end. Number 1 ranked player in the 2024 class. Right now, it seems like she's trending toward Oregon. From what I hear, she had an amazing visit at Oregon, and that she will most likely be an Oregon Duck. Now, with that being said, she still has an in-home visit with LSU. LSU is still trying to get the services of one Sarah Strong. They still are. But I think they're going to strike out. I really do. I think they're going to strike out on Sarah Strong, even though they're going to do that at-home visit. Going to be in North Carolina. And then even after that home visit, Sarah Strong's still going to do a visit with the University of North Carolina. I don't hear anything about South Carolina and Sarah Strong. I don't hear anything. So this is October the 11th. This is the last time your boy going to be talking about Sarah Strong and the University of South Carolina. I don't see it happening. So I don't want nobody to get their hopes up talking about Sarah Strong. I think she's going to be an Oregon Duck. I think they're going to throw the NIL money at her. I think she's going to sign a dope NIL contract with Oregon, and more power to you. If LSU don't get the services of Sarah Strong in this 2024 recruiting class, I think for this 2024 recruiting class for the LSU Tigers, it's going to be something to watch. Because that would mean they had struck out on Sarah Strong. They had struck out on Kate Koval, who both of them came for an official visit, tag team, and they will get neither one. Okay? Now, this is my fear. And it's a small fear, but it's a fear that if they strike out on both of those players, they're going to throw all the resources they can at Joyce Edwards. Joyce Edwards already went for an official visit with LSU. I think they will throw everything. But also, don't forget about Jelani Cambridge, the 3rd-ranked player in the class, the number 1 point guard, who I also saw, who is legit, who is the true, possibly would be an LSU Tiger. Which would mean that LSU would get back-to-back number 1 ranked point guards in the 24 and the 23 class. But as far as Sarah Strong, I'm thinking Oregon. Oh, and then Oregon, and you know what? I forgot. She's still going to do a visit to UConn. So she's running the gamut. She's going all over the place, but she ain't coming to South Carolina. I'm just saying, she ain't coming to South Carolina, but she's going to UConn. She's going to Oregon. And you know, if UConn is that last one, if UConn is that last one to sell, to get the services of Sarah Strong, that's something to watch too. But I think right now Oregon is the team to beat. I think Oregon is the team to beat for Sarah Strong. So that's it about Sarah Strong. No more about that. I'm talking about my big 4 of Joyce Edwards, Maddie McDaniel, Kennedy Smith, Adhel Tac. Let's go. Let's rock. We take them 4. We ready to rock. We ready to dribble the basketball right now. We're ready to dribble the basketball right now. Okay? This concludes another episode of Gamecock Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. You are now rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. Let's go.
Oh, J-Rock, let this be.